What up, boxing fans? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's True Grit Boxing News. Signing in with another video. Support the channel, guys. Support the channel. Subscribe to your boy. Smash that like button. Comment down below as I continue to bring you this boxing news on a daily basis, man. And turn your notification bell to all so that every time I drop, you will be the first to know, man. Hey, support me as I continue to bring y'all this exclusive boxing news from a True Grit Boxing News perspective, guys. Hey, so check it out, man. Ryan Garcia and this whole controversy with him failing his vada test and just the whole summary, man. So we're going to go through this, man, piece by piece by piece, because I got a lot to talk about, man, and it's very disheartening. You know, the shit is crazy, man. Like, especially when I'm looking at other boxers that's trying to stand behind him, kind of back him through this controversial time of him testing positive, man. So let's just go through this piece by piece, right? So first of all, VADA came out, right, and said that King Ryan Garcia popped dirty, right, for a PED substance by the name of Ostarine, right? And I broke this down in a prior video, but once again, it's supposed to help your muscle strength, help you build muscle mass. It also gives you stamina, and it helps you to cut water weight and a host of other things, right? Nobody's really also discussing that King Ryan Garcia was also popped dirty for another PED named Nodrilone, you know, another steroid. So he's tested positive for two, guys. Now let's check off the first controversial topic that everybody's been talking about, and even Ryan came out speaking, right? Saying, well, I was testing all through March. I even tested in the beginning of April, and all my tests were clean, right? So yeah, his last test that shows, well, before he popped dirty, he got his results on April 3rd, guys. So let's just remember now, he got his results on April 3rd. That don't mean he took a test on April 3rd. It could mean that he took that last test the end of March sometime. Now, we know, at which it has been clarified and cleared up, that these tests are not rapid tests. You don't get immediate results, right? And that 72-hour result is only for a stat test, but we'll talk about that later. So regular normal testing days, like the day that he got that result back April 3rd, those test results normally take up to 10 days to get back, right? Because they have to get your sample and a bunch of other samples. A VADA test is all type of athletes, boxers, I'm sure wrestlers, baseball player, basketball, like wide scope, right? Olympic athletes. So they do a lot of testing, right? So they'll take your specimen, and then also, let's also note, your name is never put on your specimen. You get a number, right? It's an identification number, not your name. Okay, so they get his specimen. Let's say if it was March 25th, March 20th, March 27th, March 28th, March 24th, whatever. That was the day that he took that test, right? He ends up getting those results back up to 10 days later, which was April the 3rd. And he came back clean, right? But that does not mean that he didn't start taking these PEDs right after that test, or he could have already been taking them prior. Because let's also look at the antics and the way that King Ryan Garcia was acting. Like, everybody, if you follow boxing, you should know King Ryan Garcia's demeanor has never been the way it was during the build-up for the Devin Haney fight. If you're trying to tell me it was, you're absolutely lying. When he fought Tank Davis, was he getting all in Tank face? Was he in Tank face saying, "Where's your mom, bitch"? No, he didn't have all that aggression. Let's take keynote to that. King Ryan Garcia has never been the aggressive type. He was finna fight Tank. He saw Tank in the club, wanted to walk over to him and say, "Hey, what up, man? You know what I'm saying? What's up?" And y'all getting ready to fight. He ain't had no smoke like that. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep that in account. Keep that in account, guys. Keep that in the back, right? And then also, if you know anything about this whole steroid use, in which I don't know everything, you know, but I know a few things from hearing, listening, and watching, right? You can cycle on these drugs, and cycle off these drugs, right? You can be taking them, then cycle off. You can do things to try to make your body manipulate to the point where it won't show up in the test. So you can cycle on, cycle off, right? As they call it, right? So we cannot, especially cannot say Ryan wasn't doing anything when it came up in his test, right? So that's the first narrative. Oh, well, my last test was April 3rd and it was clean. Well, you took that back in March and you could have still been using, you could have been cycling on, cycling off, whatever. Allegedly, this is all alleged, right? But the fact is, he popped dirty on the 19th, the day before the fight, and the specimen that was taken on the 20th, the night of the fight, right? So now let's fast forward into that narrative. People are saying, well, if they knew he popped dirty on the 19th and the 20th, why did they let the fight go on? Now, I pretty much just broke that down 2-3 minutes ago. You do not get a rapid result, okay? It's been a multitude of times that fighters have fought, and then they find out after the fight that this man was dirty because they're not testing you that night and then they're able to get the results the same day. Those tests are stat tests, right? Now, those don't take 10 days. Those take 72 hours, which are 3 days. It takes 3 days. So his specimen from the 19th and the 20th, it took them 3 days to get it. Fight was been done and over with. Then, boom, we find out King Ryan Garcia is dirty after the fight. You cannot take that away, guys. Now, I'm not even saying that that's alleged, right? Because his A sample is reported dirty for ostarine. And then now the nandrolone, that other steroid, is also been found in King Ryan Garcia's specimen. 2 steroids, guys. 2 of them. Not one. Not just ostarine. Nandrolone as well. 2 of them. To me, that's guilt. That's guilt right there. Now, we're supposed to be waiting on this B sample to come in, right? Now, if your A sample was dirty, it's going to be very, 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 it's a real long stretch to even think that his B sample is so-called not going to be dirty, okay? If he popped dirty in his A sample, it's the same specimen taken on the same day, just in a different bottle, okay? So that is going to be this. It's going to be the same result. So what I'm thinking, allegedly, what are you guys going to do then? Everybody that's trying to back a dirty fighter who has popped dirty, who has took and got a positive test. You have a lot of boxers that are coming out, and saying that that's dead wrong, that Ryan needs to be out of the sport, in which that is the noise that everybody should be making. Then you got these other boxers that either don't want to comment or they're just acting like, we got to wait and see. We already see, man. He popped dirty. It's already out. What are y'all saying? I have never in my lifetime seen a fighter test positive for a banned substance and he's getting this kind of backing from other people. Like, normally when this happens, everybody's like, oh, get him out the sport. He don't need to be in here. Suspend him. Do whatever. But you got other fighters that are backing this man. It is sickening. It is sickening. Steroids is something that we do not need in our sport, guys. These fighters already get in the ring and put their lives on the line every time they get in there. So now you're taking a substance to where you already possibly can die in the ring. Now you really trying to make like you punching harder than you've ever punched. You stronger than you've ever been. Like, that's a no-no in combat sports, man. We ain't talking about being strong enough to hit a baseball out the park. We talking about being strong enough to hit somebody and possibly kill that man. You know what I'm saying? And that's already a risk. But now you're highly, highly, highly heightening it by putting something in your body that's going to make you stronger, man. This is terrible. This is terrible for the sport. And in my opinion, when, I'm going to say when, then I'm going to throw the if in there. When Ryan Garcia's B sample comes back, since that's what everybody needs, you know what I'm saying, to really know, once that comes back is dirty too, Ryan needs to be out the sport of boxing. Straight up. Ryan needs to be out the sport of boxing. That fight needs to be a no contest. Give Dev back his O, and just, Ryan, just go on and do what you're doing, bro, because you dirty, man. That's some dirty ass shit. For real. That's some dirty ass shit. Like, And I feel Dev for saying he don't even really want no rematch. Like, this is beyond boxing now. This is beyond boxing because it damn well should be, bro. You took some shit where you could possibly had took me from my family. Nah, this bigger than boxing now. This is bigger than boxing now. You know what I'm saying? So now let's stay on the topic of these other fighters backing him. One in particular, Gervonta Tank Davis. The same Gervonta Tank Davis that leading up to his fight with King Ryan Garcia, he suspected Ryan Garcia of doping, of being on steroids. Now, how ironic is that? But now he's turning around and saying things like, oh, they just trying to do anything to take this win away from Ryan Garcia. Oh, Devin is with Victor Conte and Vada works with Victor Conte. Just a bunch of allegations that just aren't true. Now, yes, Dev has worked with Victor Conte in the snack program, which is somebody who had some steroid dealings back in the late 2000s, 2010, 2011 or whatever. And, he went through that, did what he had to do. And, now going forward, there has been no allegations of Victor Conte doing anything dirty in the sport. Hey, people make mistakes, is what it is. If he was giving Barry Bonds and all these other guys steroids, okay, he got popped for that then. He's still in the sport. He runs a clean program, and he is not a member of VADA, might I add. He's not on VADA's payroll. You know what I'm saying? So he really has no real affiliation with the day-to-day of what goes on at VADA via his own spoken words. And you go on VADA's website, you can see who they president, vice presidents, GMs, or people that are higher up on there. Victor Conte is not one of them, right? So, and I mean, we do know boxing is a dirty sport. It is dirty. It's like the Wild Wild West. I get that, but at the same time, Victor Conte didn't pop dirty. Ryan Garcia did. So now we're going to go so as far as to say Victor Conte allegedly could have got Ryan's sample and did something with it. Like, just stop, man. Just stop. Just stop, because we also know there has never been a fighter, baseball player, anybody, athlete in any way, shape, or form that has ever popped dirty for a PED and owned up to it. Everybody got an excuse. Even Canelo popped dirty for PEDs. What did he say? Oh, it came from some meat that I ate down in Mexico. Oscar Valdez popped dirty, who was also on Canelo's team, right? He pops dirty. He said he got it from some tea that he was drinking. Nobody never just comes straight forward and say, yes, I was in jail. Yeah, I did it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not expecting Ryan to do that either. But it's just baffling, mind-boggling to me how we have Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, who the whole lead up to your fight with King Ryan Garcia, you were saying he looked like he's doping. Your whole team was saying that. Calvin Ford and them all. Y'all go and watch these videos. Go and watch the videos. I should have pinned some here. Go and watch the videos and interviews that Tank was doing, and I'm sure you've seen them by now on other people's channels, where Tank was saying, yeah, he looked like he's juicing. Tank said Ryan looks like he's juicing. Calvin Ford said Tank looks like he's juicing. That's why they made sure they did VADA testing. They made sure a whole bunch of things to make sure that he wasn't doped up when Tank fought him. So it's not far-fetched now that he fights Devin, and maybe Devin them didn't have everything wrapped up as tight as they needed to, right? And Ryan Garcia on PEDs fighting Devin the Dream Haney. So it's disgusting to me to hear Tank come out his mouth when you suspected Ryan of doping to now you just hate Devin so much. This is just crazy. The hate that Devin Haney is receiving, one of the best fighters in the sport, hands down. I don't care what you think. He's undisputed. He done fought some of the best fighters. He's definitely one of the best fighters in the sport. And the hate he receives is just mind-boggling. It's just crazy, to the point this man is so hated, right, that a fighter could test dirty fighting him for a PED. And you still got people hating on him. You still got people trying to back the man that tests positive for performance-enhancing drugs that got in the ring with him and defeated him. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me the level of hate that Devin Haney has. But it's all good, King. You're going to be back and you're going to be stronger than ever. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Because this will come out. The truth is coming. it's the writing is already on the wall. He's already tested positive. He's trying to throw it off and say, oh, it was ashwagandha. He's saying it was a supplement that he was taking called ashwagandha. Let's kill that narrative. Ashwagandha, first of all, it's supposed to be a natural supplement. Then, to my knowledge, when the ashwagandha people found out that Ryan made that allegation, they came straight out and made a statement saying, hey, ain't no ostarine in our products, bro. You know, we're willing to give any lab out there our product to test it, and we will show and prove there ain't no ostarine in our supplement. So that's one lie he tried to spew. Debunked, you know. Then I also seen a video where there's a doctor who came out and said, oh, there are some weight loss supplements that they're finding now. I think he was with USADA. I think his name was Tim something or Tom something. What was the doctor's name that came out that works through USADA, which is another doping agency that takes blood and specimens and tests them, things of that nature. He said that they're finding ostarine and other steroids in some weight loss supplements. Now, if that's the case, now if King Rye is going to go that route and say he was taking some weight loss supplement, that's also illegal in boxing. You're not supposed to take a weight loss supplement because they are going to have a steroid in them to make your body do something to slow your metabolism. It's a performance enhancing drug. So if he tries to go that route and say, oh, I was taking a weight loss supplement, then he couldn't have been taking a weight loss supplement and still come in to fight 3.2 pounds over. So it's clear King Rye was not trying to make weight. He's even came on and said, he's even tweeted about, I wasn't trying to make weight. Floyd Mayweather told me to come in 3.2 pounds over to have an advantage. I've never made 140, you know, so how is he going to make that stand up that, oh, it was a weight loss supplement, something he ain't supposed to be taking anyway, you know? So I'm just still waiting to see what his excuse is going to be. Like I said previously, did he eat some magic meat? Did he drink a magic tea? You know, nah, he took these willingly, allegedly. And that's going to come out, you know, it's going to come out when this B sample comes out, and it's more than likely going to be dirty as well, you know, ain't going to be nothing he's going to be able to say. King Ryan Garcia needs to be banned from the sport, face hefty fines. Ryan Garcia shouldn't be able to box again in his life. Point blank, period after this. Or if they're going to allow him to box, his suspension needs to be at least 2 years or better. 2 years or better. 2 years or better. Ryan Garcia is bad for the sport. And yes, I need to stop calling him King, because if this comes to fruition, King nothing. First of all, you know what? I ain't even gonna go there. But king of what in the first place? King of what? Stop, man. Ryan looked like he was on something the whole time. If y'all remember when Devin checked him with that left hook, cracked him. He started to say, yeah, come on. Man, that boy looked like he was on something. He looked like he was on something the day he was all in. Devin FaceTime, where's your mom, bitch? Where's your mom, bitch? Where's your mom? He looked like he was on something the whole time. All the antics, everything about Ryan Garcia spoke. I'm on something. Look how big and cocky he was, man. Look how stocky he was. Ryan Garcia has never been that cocky, man, throughout his whole career. You know, and I believe that since he already took that loss to Gervonta Tank Davis, he fought Oscar Duarte. He got a dub there. Now you in another big pay-per-view fight against Devin Haney. You can't lose. If he would have lost that fight, it pretty much would have been over for him as far as getting them big fights. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't want that. His team didn't want that. So he did any and everything he could to try to make sure he was going to get a victory against Devin. Point blank, period. And it's just crazy how the first punch he hit Devin with, he hurt him with. Now Devin been in there with hard punchers, guys. He's been in there with hard punchers. Jorge Linares, Jojo Diaz, Kambosos can crack. Like, he's been in there with hard punchers, guys. Lomachenko, guys. He's been in there with hard punchers. Nobody hurt Devin the way Ryan hurt Devin. Come on, man. The writing is on the wall. But we still have to wait and see. But it's disgusting seeing fighters like Gervonta Tank Davis, a fighter who suspected Ryan Garcia to be doping, to come out, right, and act like he's on Ryan Garcia's side through all of this. All because of his dislike, disdain, and hate for Devin the Dream Haney. It's crazy, man. Like I said before. Can't stick together for nothing, man. Hey, so that's all I got on this topic, man. We're going to continue to wait and see what's going to happen as more and more develops on this story, develops about Ryan Garcia's positive test for not one, but two PED banned substances, Ostarine and Nandrolone. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned, guys. True Grit Boxing News signing out, man. As I always say, smash that like button. Please smash that subscribe button, man. Let's get me up there. Let's get me up there. Support the grind, guys. Support the grind. Support the grind. Turn your notification bell to all so every time I drop, you'll be the first to know. Peace.